Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hostile Takeover 2015 post-show wrap-up. Now, if you decided to stay home and have a few quiet drinks, you missed out. Practically everything happened tonight, starting with new tag team champions here in MCW. The world's friendliest tag team. We love them. Lucky Lockie Hendricks and TD. They've survived many a challenge, but unfortunately tonight they were not able to survive a truly one-way brutal beating at the hands of the South Australian serial killers. So right now, Jag Harley Jackson and Jonah Rock are the new MCW tag team champions, courtesy of the Death Sentence. Now, in case you weren't aware, we are on the road to Caged Warfare, which will take place at the MCW Arena here in Essendon on May 9th. Now, as part of tonight's event, we had a best-of-3 series when members of Team Juicy took on members of the estate, the winner of which would get a one-man-up advantage going into Caged Warfare. First up was Emmanuel taking on the veteran Jay Andrews, and it was a very even contest. However, it was an early powerbomb on the outside that had Jay Andrews reeling on the back foot for the entire contest. Emmanuel was able to finish it off and claim the first fall in the best-of-3 series on behalf of the estate. Then Gabriel Wolf would fancy his chances against Team Juicy member Elliot Sexton. Elliot Sexton is a powerhouse. Gabriel Wolf brought an excellent game consisting of suplexes and submission holds. However, it was Elliot Sexton who was able to be victorious and take home the victory, drawing it 1-1. However, after that match, Elliot Sexton would be brutally assaulted and would then be rushed to a medical facility straight afterwards. This would lead us to our third and final match in the best-of-3 series, which saw the monstrous Cousin Ali go head-to-head against everyone's favourite Mr. Juicy. Shockingly, in my opinion, Mr. Juicy was not successful. The estate won the best-of-3 series. Mr. Juicy, possibly for the first time in his career, going into a match with a massive weight disadvantage. And unfortunately, due to that unfamiliar territory, he lost as a result of the Cousin Crush, courtesy of Cousin Ali. After the match, we saw another brutal beating from the estate as they just wiped out Mr. Juicy, and then Sebastian Walker decided to rub salt into the wound by giving Mr. Juicy a stink face. So now we move into Caged Warfare. The estate, who are looking very strong, are going against a weakened team, Mr. Juicy. And you can see Caged Warfare May 9th right here at the MCW Arena in Essendon. Also in action tonight was Tommy Hellfire, a man who has been telling everybody that he's entering the Ballroom Brawl Battle Royal to win it all and become the #1 contender. But one man, my guest at this time, JXT, defeated Tommy Hellfire tonight. JXT, how must it feel for you taking the wind out of Tommy Hellfire's sails?
Andrew, mate, talk about taking the wind out of someone's sails. Tommy Hellfire, like you said, has been telling people he was going to win. I'm not telling no one nothing. I'm the real deal. What you see is what you get. And what you got tonight was a win from JXT. I went out there, I did what I do, I won. So Tommy Hellfire is going to say what he wants, but he's never actually won at the Ballroom Brawl event, ever. And considering what happened tonight, I'll put the whole MCW roster on notice. At Ballroom Brawl, in the Rumble, JXT is coming out on top.
Also competing tonight, Dowie James, a man who has decided that now is his moment to truly shine after losing the tag team titles and breaking away from the Loose and the Reckless. And I'll tell you one thing, it was a fabulous contest against Adelaide's own Mike Boomer. It was like watching a mirror image of one another fight. Seriously, this is the best of Australian wrestling has got today. And despite a very close contest, it was Dowie James who was able to take home the victory. But ladies and gentlemen, the real story is that straight after the match, Dowie James called out Chavo Guerrero. And if Chavo Guerrero accepts that match at Ballroom Brawl, you gotta believe it's gonna be a hell of a contest. And then in a main event we didn't even know was gonna happen, the cremator, Brad Richards, came out to the MCW ring to officially retire. And he was then rudely interrupted by the current MCW heavyweight champion, Crackerjack. Crackerjack, a man who wasn't even meant to be in the building tonight. He wasn't even meant to be competing tonight. Decided that he was going to crash the party and bring his own birthday party here. However, the cremator would have nothing of it, destroying Crackerjack's precious cake. One thing led to another, and before you know it, it's Crackerjack who is offering the cremator one single shot at the heavyweight championship here tonight as part of the cremator's final match. It was a brutal match. It went one way, it went the other way. And despite the valiant effort and the bloody war that both men went through, it was the Crackerjack who managed to retain the championship. And as a result, the cremator, Brad Richards, is now no longer with us here in MCW. And the Crackerjack walks out again as heavyweight champion. But after the match, Crackerjack would see a ghost from the past as the former champion Carlo Cash Money Cannon announced when he would claim his rematch, and he will claim it on May 23rd at the Ballroom Brawl at the Thornbury Theatre. Ladies and gentlemen, you do not want to miss Caged Warfare on May 9th, and you certainly don't want to miss Ballroom Brawl, which will be held at the Thornbury Theatre on May 23rd. We've got Chavo Guerrero, we've got the Ballroom Brawl itself, and Carlo Cash Money Cannon is coming for his title. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the post-show wrap-up. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time at ringside.